Hi YouTube, this is Teresa. It is August 11th, 2013, and Yahweh gave me a dream last night. The first time I had this dream, I had it twice last night. I woke up and my cats were fighting, so I had to stop them. And by the time I finally finished taking care of my cats, I went to think about what my dream was, and I could barely remember anything from it. So I just went back to bed. Well, later that night, God gave me the same dream again. And this time, when it finished, I woke up and it was 3:31 in the morning, this morning. I was sort of confused. I wasn't sure what to make of the dream. I figured having it twice in a row, it meant something. And when I woke up, the things I was saying is I was saying to myself, he's almost here. It's almost time. So from what I was prayer time with the Holy Spirit, from what I can tell, this is a rapture dream. So let me explain to you what I saw in my dream. It was very short. It wasn't very long. But I was in this white room. And I don't remember any furniture or anything in the room. The only thing I remember in the room was this big white board that was hanging on the back wall. And I sort of drew a picture to show you what it looked like. As I was looking at this board, I had no idea what it was, what I was looking at. I thought it was a calendar at first, but there were way too many lines for a calendar. But it had numbers on it and words and stuff, and all of a sudden, as I was looking at it, all over the one area of the board, the numbers appeared to get circles around them, which looked like flames from a candle, which you can see I tried to draw here to represent what that looked like. And then all of a sudden, as they appeared, they started lighting up, and they would just shoot off the page, off the board, and they disappeared. And when it stopped, I looked at the board, and there were the 5 rows on the top, and then there were some rows on the left side. And which was a huge amount with those two compared to the part that disappeared. Because afterwards, all of these had disappeared and it was just a plain white spot there. There was nobody left there. And I tried to look to see what the board said, what these top rows said up here and what these said over here, but I could not make out anything. I know there were some numbers and there were some words, but I couldn't make out what it was saying. And so I was sort of confused, and I started praying to the Holy Spirit to let me know what this means, to interpret this dream for me. And what the Holy Spirit was showing me is this portion up here is the board represents the world, and the portion up here is the unbelieving people in the world, which was the majority of the world compared to the believers. And then down here on the bottom area, we had the virgins. We had the 5 wise virgins and the 5 unwise virgins. And these 5 virgins that were on this side, these people had their oil in their lamp and they were ready to go. These did not. They were believers, but they were trusting in themselves, not in Yahweh. And these over here were trusting in Yahweh and following His commandments and believed in Him. These were basically the ones that, as some people I've heard say, were Sunday, go to church on Sunday people that would show up for Easter or Christmas, and that's it. They weren't like regular attendees, or some could have been regular attendees, but they had their faith in themselves to get them to heaven by doing good things and not in God. And these over here were filled with the Holy Spirit, and the oil was the Holy Spirit, and God was, he's like a fire, all-consuming fire, and he would consume the oil in them and take them off into heaven. And so the Holy Spirit was showing me that this was a symbol of the rapture. And so that's what the Holy Spirit has shown me. If anyone else has any insights or anything, seen anything like that, please let me know. Shabbat Shalom.